All right. Hello, my name is Angela Hines, and I'm a travel trainer. And right now, I am going to be talking about travel perks. Um, how many of you have heard some of the leaders talk about becoming a product of the product? Anybody? Put it in the chat. What does that mean to you? When you hear that, what is that? Anyways, right? I love the saying, but then I had to think about it. What is a product? Yes, 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 we've heard of being a product of the product, but what does it mean? Yes, use the discount tools. Yes, Dory. Travel, become a travel agent. Yeah, be a better travel agent. Yes, Tracy. Yeah, there's so many things, right? So what it means to me is to experience it, right? Take advantage of the product and immerse yourself in it, and you become part of it. Now, when you have these experience with these hotels and you use all of these resorts and stuff, ship inspections, then you really come from a place of authenticity, right? So let's just jump in here. And so, what are the travel perks, right? So, we get to have the luxury, right, of making a living, helping clients arrange their trips and vacations, but we also get to earn um, perks and perks for hotel stays and rental cars, cruises, and tours. So we have over 130 suppliers, guys, but we have more than that. You look in the back office, you have some, but we have access to way more because of the relationship that Archer has with the suppliers. And we get to experience everything that those suppliers have to offer. They want us to be a part of their product, right? So we get to travel the world at a discount using these perks. All right. So why use travel perks, right? Why in the first place? Well, it's obvious, right? You want to be like, oh, I want to go to that location. I want to do that thing. But from a standpoint of your business, you become familiar with the location. The attraction marketing is hot because now people see you actually traveling. You're not just talking about traveling, you're doing traveling. And people buy from people. If they see me in the Grand Canyon, they will, how did you get there? You were just in Vegas, and how did you? What happened there, right? And so when they see you doing it, it becomes familiar. That you coming from a place of authenticity, and they're like, well, if she can do it, maybe I can do it, right? So it actually works. If you're doing a hybrid and working two parts of the business, it actually works in your favor for both. So and I will talk to you about these the pictures here. So the Grand Canyon, we went to Vegas, and I received in my email before, a little bit before we went to Vegas, I received in my email, hey, National Park Express would like you to enjoy their bus service from Las Vegas to Grand Canyon for free. So two people for free. Now I got that in my inbox for a reason, and I'll tell you that a little bit later in the presentation. But the Grand Canyon, so I was like, well, I'm going to Vegas anyway for a convention. I might as well do this tour, right? So I set it up, and I was able to go drive to the Treasure Island, leave my car in the parking lot for free, get on this bus, multiple stops. We had breakfast, we had lunch. We were able to stay at the Grand Canyon for 3 hours on our own. It was unguided tour. Got to really and just take it all in. And then we got back on the bus. We had more multiple stops. We were able to see the Hoover Dam, and then we got back to the um, Treasure Island and got our car, and we were still in Vegas. And we didn't drive, guys. I didn't drive to Arizona, but I went to 2 states in my visit. And that was so cool because it gave me the perspective. This is me being a product of the product. Gave me this perspective. I can help clients understand that during their Vegas trips, they can have two things. They can have the nightlife and they can have nature. What if we put that together? That's what I got from my experience, right? So now I can sell that because the National Park Express gave me that experience, right? So we can be a product of the product. Now, we see the other picture here is the Caribbean cruise, right? So MSC last year was doing cruise travel agent rates. Basically, all we paid was port taxes and fees. We flew out of from New York. We flew to New York and we sailed out of New York, and it was a 7-day cruise, guys, for less than $500 for 2 people. My husband and I on MSC for 7 days for less than $500. Like, incredible. And we found good rates too on flights. So this is being a product of the product. And now this is being yes, you can register for MSC's trainings and stuff like that, but I didn't. This was something that was offered to us. All right, jump right in. How to use travel perks. We're going to get into that in a minute, but I wanted to really reiterate where they come from. They come from our suppliers and our relationship with the suppliers. We have a lot of suppliers. So really be inquisitive about what do they have to offer so that you can take advantage of not only of the perks, but the relationship with them. So let's dive into, now like I keep saying, we have many travel perks. In fact, at the end, I'm going to put in the chat a link to Sue Shill's YouTube for in-depth travel perks, because she goes into what each supplier and what they offer. So that's really good. So I'm going to put that in the chat for you guys later on. But I'm going to go into 3 things that travel perks that maybe you don't know about, right? So we already know about the wholesale giants. We've got Evo Plus, Evo Rewards, and I call it Evo Perks, right? Even though it's marked as Evolution Perks. So, but to me, I call them the 3 wholesale giants. These are discounted pricings for us. We already know about Evo Plus. As agents, we know what Evo Plus offers, that discounted pricing for hotels, but also Evo Rewards, right? Evo Rewards is discounted pricing on Disney tickets, movie tickets, so much more. So I would definitely encourage you guys to go in your back office and look for those 2 and play around with them. But one of them I think is really special that I don't know if you guys know about is, yes, we'll get to Agent Universe in just a moment. So let me go on to Evolution Perks. I'm going to show you guys. So if you go into your back office, it's on the right hand side. It's Evolution Perks, and you click on it. It's going to ask you for a username and ID. It has it right in there for you guys. But I'm going to go, for the sake of time, I'm already in. This is what the screen looks like. You can go to the home screen. It's going to have sign in with the email address that they give you when you go to the back office, and then you go to and then the password, it's in there as well. And then you go Evolution Travel Agent, Archer Travel Service. Really easy, right? So you have the resort weeks, you have 60 days, and you have 12 months. So if you go to the 60 days, let's say you have, your travel plans to go to Dubai failed, or, something happened and you're like, I'm going to do something like local, or maybe a little less extravagant, right? So we'll do the 60 days and maybe we'll go to Cancun or something like that. Okay, so these are resorts. The way that I look at it is like timeshares that they're not using their weeks. Okay, so if we scroll down and I were to pick resorts, you can pick by pricing or anything. I'm going to just pick here. This is all that there's so much to offer here. So look at this one at the top. This is in Cancun, and this one's $845, right? If you press select, that's great. But it's 7 days, guys. This is not $845 per night or anything like that. If you click book, look at that. This resort is all inclusive and it's 7,000. I don't know if you can see the screen, zoom in, but it's $7,485, $83. That's the rack rate, but we can get it for $845. Look at the savings, guys, over $6,000. Because this is a wholesale giant, guys, we get to mark these up and add, we have enough margin to add commission as well, right? And so we can add commission. You go here and you pay, it tells you all the details. There might be a per day charge on top of the $845 as well, because it is an all-inclusive, but it's nowhere near $7,000, $8,000, right? This is great. Yes, this is something you can use. This is in the back office on the left-hand side, right under, I think, the commissions. So, yeah, I would sign in, but I think we gotta keep going. But yes, it's Evo. It's Evo Perks. That's what it's called. All right. So you will see Evo Plus in your back office. You will see Evo Rewards in your back office, but you will also see Evolution Perks. That's what I just showed you guys. So that's an additional button. It is not an Evo Plus and it's not an Evo Rewards. This is an additional feature. Okay, so check it out. It's in your back office. Yes, and you can use this for instant commissions. Get great point, Jacqueline. Use this for instant commissions, but we're talking about travel perks, right? For yourself. Let's be a product of the product. So you can also use it for yourself. So Agent Universe. So people were asking about that in the chat, and so I'm going to go into that a little deeper. Let me show you. I like to show you. So this is where you can connect with travel leaders, right? So travel leaders is great because it is the #1 network for travel agents. So imagine you register for Agent Universe, and then you're in this entire consortium of travel agents all around in your area, right? They're all over the world, but in your area, if there's ever an event that's going to take place where Vacation Express comes out or Disney goes out, some Disney doesn't really do them, but if they come in your area and they want to drum up some business, they're going to reach out to travel agents because you guys, this is what we do. We do business for them, right? We drum up clients for them. So they're going to host you for a dinner possibly, or maybe it's a Zoom call, but every time they do one of these, they do give gifts away, they do raffles, sometimes they give away trips. So I'm just saying, definitely go to some of those. If you sign up for Agent Universe, you're going to get emails just like I did to go to events. And when I went to the Nevada event that was in California, then Nevada came and it cost nothing. And I went to the Nevada event, and then I was able to sit there and put in my business card, listen to all of the things, had a free dinner, met other travel agents. And in that, I was able to get gifted the National Park Express trip to go from Las Vegas to the Grand Canyon. So that's how I got it. I was wondering, like, how did I get my email? It came through travel leaders, guys. This is huge. Be a part of that. So yeah, there's so many coming up. So being a part of travel leaders, you're going to get emails. It's not like you can go to Agent Universe and travel leaders as well and look for things, but I'm going to show you one where I was able to get an email. So this is an email that I got. And as you can see at the top, it says travel leaders. So I know it came from there. And this is for a fam trip, guys. $45 per day. And so I clicked on the link and it took me to Agent Universe. So this is kind of what it looks like. You'll get to see all kinds of things. You'll create your own profile. I think this is it. So when I clicked on that link from the email that I got, it took me here. And I was able to see this is the fam trip that's available in September this month. Here's one in October to Punta Cana. Like, this is what they're offering you guys. $45 per person per night. Okay. You just read the details. If you can go during these dates, you go, right? You apply. You, of course, you have to ask. I'll talk about the rules of a fam trip later on in the presentation. But we have this available to us. So I definitely highly suggest you register for Agent Universe. Anybody have any trips that they've gone on? Any success stories with Agent Universe? Travel leaders? You can unmute if you like. If not, let's get started, right? Where do you sign up? Great question, Lisa. You go into the back office, you go under Travel Cafe, and then you go under suppliers. It's the first one of our suppliers and we pass over it, right? It's the first one, guys. All right, let's get into fam trips. So we always hear about fam trips. They're familiarization trips. These are not trips we take our family on, but they are familiarization trips, okay? And so they help us to become familiar with the product so that we can be a product of the product, right? So that we can communicate to our audience what that experience was like from a place of authenticity because we were actually there. So later on, I am going to put in the chat our Facebook community. We have Evolution Perks that there's a Facebook community that posts perks in there all the time, and fam trips and different events. Exotica's coming into town to some select cities. Some of the things that are on Travel Leaders, maybe they're able to put that in the chat as well. We also have Travel Leaders themselves is having a convention in October that I'm going to. So, you know, there's so many things that you could do. I think that's Sakina, that the one you're referring to is in October. So also, fam trip. So I got this one, another, I am a part of, so I don't know if you guys know, when you do business with a particular hotel, and let's say you sell, you book a client at a hotel, sometimes they have their own rewards system, right? Definitely join those because you can get additional perks with that. So I received this email because I booked with this Elantra hotel, and I can go on a fam trip in October, but I'm actually going to be out of the country doing something else. So I'm not able to go, but look at it, $125, guys, per agent. It didn't say per day. It says per agent. This is amazing. So put yourself in the position by, as you sell travel, put yourself in the position to sign up for the perks, get acquainted, get their newsletters. They will definitely treat you well. All right. Yes. Somebody. Anyway. So that is the fam trip that I was offered, just to showing you it's a real thing. It's definitely available, right? So yes, so Dory, I want to explain to you, when you went to Evolution Perks and the only thing that came up for you are a few words, right? You're going to have to click on the email addresses. I'm so glad you brought this up. The email address is the username and the password is on there, and the URL, the link that you should click to get inside the portal, is in there as well. Well, I'm glad you got it. All right. So we have sandals. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but sandals is, we all know that sandals is one of the most top echelon resorts. And you can get day passes. You can get day passes to go. So I'm gonna see if it timed me out. So let's see if I can sign in. All right. So you can get day passes. And I'm going to show you how I got here. So if you're at the front portal, the welcome portal, the way you get here is you go through to advisor incentives, right? Right down here, Day Pass USA. Super easy. Click on that. So if you're going to be in Jamaica, right? And why not go do a day pass? Like, I'm not going to stay at Sandals unless I get an amazing perk, right? But so if you're there already, I know I have family there. So when I went, I decided like we should use a day pass. You get to do a tour throughout the entire property, and you get to it's all inclusive. So you get to drink, you get to eat, you get to be a client there, right? You have to do the tour that is expected of you, but it's not that long and it's actually amazing. So I've gone on multiple, I think two Sandals trips and one Royalton on day passes. So what you do, of course, you have to show your CLIA card, copy of a CLIA I-10 card, and then you have the processing is to 30 days prior. So make sure, I mean, if you're going to out of the country, you're probably planning that a couple of months in advance. And so here are the countries, of course, Jamaica, Antigua, Bahamas, Grenada, Barbados, and Turks and Caicos. So if you're going, Curacao, if you're going to those, then I would definitely try to set up a day pass. So they give you paperwork, send it to your email, you fill it out, and then you are off and running. Usually they approve it, especially if they have availability. Okay. So that is that's day passes for. Great question. Is it only for agents? No. So I was able to take my husband, you're able to take one other person. I also took my son, and the way you have to pay whatever the day pass rate is. So that was for us when we went, it was $150. I mean, it is according to their season. So we went off season. So depends upon it, but Sandals will let you know. They actually have a chart in their portal that tells you what the fees are for a day pass if you're bringing more than just one other person. So you get a day pass, free day pass for two people, you and someone else, and then you can add on if you needed to. So great question. Glad you asked that. Yes, I mentioned that you need a card, Lisa. So if you go in your back office as well, you go into Travel Cafe, you go to suppliers, you will see CLIA, CLIA. You definitely want to register for that one as a supplier, and you will get an ID card. It'll have your picture on it, identification number, and that serves as your identification as a travel agent, right? Anybody can't just walk in there and have a day pass. So we have to show ourselves as an authentic travel agent, and the use of the CLIA card can do that. Right. Oops. What happened? All right. So when we do fam trips, guys, we have a do's and don'ts list, right? You can take screenshots of this as I'm recording this, so you can refer to it later. But we have the do's and don'ts, and we're going to start off with some. I'm not going to go over all of them because I definitely want you guys to dig into them. But, don't sit on, if you're going on a ship inspection or hotel inspection, You're not going to sit on the bed and use the restrooms. And it's just the etiquette that we should have. You're not going to give your business cards out to everyone. Definitely be professional. Don't take anything from the room. And we would think that these are just proper etiquette, but we do have to inform it, everyone. And then Archer would like us to get our fam trips approved. So we have Reggie's email address here. If you're going on a fam trip, then definitely send that. So I got that email. If I was able to go, then I would send Reggie that email and say, hey, do I get approval to go on this fam trip? I get a yes. They're very responsive. If you get a yes, then you go ahead and register with the link they provide. Now, this is for your protection, guys, because I have received some emails where I'm like, is this a legitimate supplier? I'm not sure. It doesn't say Travel Leaders anywhere. And so I look at it as from a vantage point of protection. Do we ask for day passes as well? I did not. There's nothing at the same for day passes, but I did go through my platinum. So you kind of let your platinum know what you're doing and what you're thinking of doing, and then you should get approval from your platinum, right? Because that's one of protection as well. They want to let you know the ins and outs. Not everybody knows the do's and don'ts, so just having a reminder before you go. All right, so then we have experience on social media. So this is why you're there. They want you to put it out and let everybody know what's going on with their resort. And these suppliers want you to shout it out on social media, and they don't want you to be shy. They want you to share it with friends and family and colleagues and post it all over the place, because it's going to come from a place of authenticity because you were there, right? Dress professionally and be courteous to the hotel staff and the suppliers and those type of things, right? So that's just some little points on what the do's and don'ts of fam trips or any trips as we go. Ship inspections, all of those same rules apply. So this is just a little of some of the things that I've done. I mentioned, I can put that in the chat, the do's and don'ts, Shar. I can put that in the chat as well. I think I have them. So Sandals, I was able to go there in South Coast. It's on the other side of Negril. Beautiful. That's the one that has overwater bungalows. And so, yes, my son and my husband were able to go. Went to the Royalton in Jamaica as well. In December, I'm going to Cancun. I was able to get 2 nights free because I booked clients at the Alultra. It was like a family of 9. So I got a lot of points to go there. Beaches Negril, we've been there as well. I was just a couple of weeks ago, I was in Reno, Tahoe. Another thing that I got from the Nevada event was a free trip. So I got a free trip to Reno. We drove to Tahoe and it was actually amazing. And once again, it just opened my eyes to what type of packages that I can offer my clients, right? So there's just a couple of things I want you guys to experience as well. So you have a board of all the things that you can experience with your fam trips, right? All right, so we got to the part of Q&A. I wanted to leave some time for Q&A to go back and forth on what questions you have, because we went over a lot.
Hi, I do have a question.
Yeah.
I've been doing the training, and particularly at Disney, I was doing the Disney training, and to use some of the perks, they were referencing you had to have one of two cards.
Yeah.
Could you provide a little bit more context around those cards and how do we achieve them?
Yeah, absolutely. So Lisa, we were able to get the CLIA card, as I mentioned. That's one that Disney recognizes, and that's the easier one to get when you're first starting out. I would say go to your back office, go under Travel Cafe, and then go to Suppliers USA. And then when you get the list of suppliers, they're all in alphabetical order. So go to Seat and go to CLIA. CLIA, and then you're going to apply and register for a CLIA card. When you apply and register for a CLIA card, it's going to come to you in the mail. It's going to have your picture on it. And sometimes it takes a while to get it, but they do have a digital option in your portal as well, in your CLIA portal. So you go ahead, as soon as you register, you're able to, there is a fee associated with it, but it's discounted because we are part of the CLIA's board. And so what you do is you register for that. And then when you finish, you should have it in the back office as a digital one, something you can print, put in your purse, and also save it on your desktop. So when Disney asks for it, you can upload it to them.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. What else we got? I think there's some questions in the chat. So we talked about CLIA. How do you join the network of Agent Universe? That's also in the back office, guys. So you joined a while ago and you don't get the emails from them. Check in your spam, Amanda. It might be there. And also, as you book travel, like, you start to get more. So just a note from that for that. Do you ask for the day passes? Oh, Tracy, I think we talked about that. You don't necessarily have to, but talk to your platinum. I think I joined too, and you don't get the emails. Yeah, I started getting them more when I start booking travel. So you get them, and also they do put out information. But check your spam to see if you're getting anything from them. Like today, they sent out something about passports, right? Excuse me. So you should be getting some type of information from travel leaders. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Uni?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's Yuani.
Yuani. Oh, nice to meet you. Okay.
Thank you.
What I want to clarify, those are fam trips. Which ones? I wasn't following along.
Oh, the last slide with all the places you went, like Reno, Lake Tahoe. Were those all fam trips?
No, so they were offered to me as trips through, I guess they are fam trips if the one that I won at the event was not a fam trip. I stayed. They gave me a 2-day voucher at the Courtyard Marriott, so that wasn't something that but they wanted me, the tourist board in Reno wanted me to go there to experience Reno and Tahoe so that I could speak to that. And I met with the lady at the tourist board, and she gave me some great insights on Tahoe in the winter versus the spring and what they offer. She also gave me like 4 different museum tickets. I saw the National Auto Museum. I was able to go see where they mint the coin thing back in the day, that when we minted our money, the coins, they have a museum of that. We did a pedicab ride, but all of that was given to me. So yeah, it's I don't know if this was a fam trip, but it was yeah. And then the day passes I showed you on the slide, it was mostly the day passes for the Negril and sandals and those type of things. So it's a mix.
Okay, so those are definitely like offers, so that like came to the email, like from travel. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, travel leaders. It's Agent Universe. It's huge, guys. And then also registering with your suppliers. So like if you book something, see if they have a rewards system, because then you can get perks from there as well. What did you book on Agent? I didn't book anything on Agent Universe, Dory. That's more of kind of like a network. So as I book travel, it's reported and recorded, right? And so also I just think, I don't know how it really works. I think sometimes like Archer has this portal and I'm in there. And so maybe they, I also put, in your portfolio, you put about how much you book and travel. So maybe that's a part of the attraction as well. Yes, Janet, CLIA cards expire at the end of the year. So if you wanted to wait until January, you could, but you could also get some amazing perks. If you're already working on your College of Disney knowledge and you are thinking about going to something Disney by the end of the year, you should get your CLIA card and then renew the next year. Yeah, 2025, you're right, Tracy, is coming up soon. So that's a good point. And that's one thing I like about it, because you can get the digital card as soon as possible, and then you have it for the year. Yeah, you have yes, there's certification programs, Jeanette, thank you so much for mentioning that, because there are certification programs you can do in Agent Universe, and that probably would help you get more traction with them as well. So please feel free to unmute. I'm gonna. Hi, Sakina.
So my question was, did you get this fam trip through Agent Universe, like all of them?
No. So the day passes was from Sandals. The one that I got, the emails that I got, this particular one was from Travel Leaders from Agent Universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then I received emails to go to certain events. I just went to Vacation Express, was near in my county, and so I got an email that Vacation Express is having a dinner at Maggiano's for travel agents, and would you like to attend? I had to register. I registered, got a free dinner, met some amazing travel agents. They gave away like 4 nights at a resort in Cancun, and so many other prizes, right? So getting on there, I think I can't think of any other way they would get my email address and my name and phone number other than that, because that's the only thing that I'm a part of that would offer that. So.
Yeah, that happened to me last year. I received email from Fiji Tourism Board of Tourism.
Wow.
I never apply or join registered Fiji Airways or whatever, but I received their thing. So I'm sure I'm on the travel agent database somewhere. So they invited us to Los Angeles, where I went there for like 2 days, and it was all paid off, the hotels and stuff. So yeah, and I want a trip like a cruise thing, but I never went because Fiji is definitely expensive, but still it was good experience.
See, it's great. And it's also, I think it's great to just be offered, right? I can't go to this particular trip in Jamaica, but I was like, I feel honored that I got an email to say, hey, you can go for $125, you know?
Yeah, so that's how I felt too. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm coming.
Exactly. So the point is definitely put yourself out there, Agent Universe. But I'm telling you, something you can use right now is that Evolution perks. I think, I'm like, how come no one has ever told me about this? And they probably have. Maybe I didn't listen, but I think it's amazing that we have that ability to get such discounted. This is not, like I said, it's not for a per night. It looks like per night fees, but it is for the entire week. So if you can do the airfare, you can do the trip for like $300. That was Cancun. I found some Costa Rica for $320. So oh yes, thank you for reminding me, Lisa. I'm going to stop recording really quick. And